Amit Ranjan is now joining in. We also have Mr. Gurudatta GG, who is the Director and CEO at Estima Pharma. Thank you so much for taking time out. To begin with, Mr. Gurudatta, just wanted to get in your take as to how you're looking at some of the latest USFDA pain, and that has continued to remain a stumbling block, if you will, for a lot of the pharmaceutical companies, given the kind of exposure that they have. So give us a sense as to how you're looking at some of this pain for companies, the likes of Cipla, Aurobindo Pharma of late.
Yeah, thank you for having me on board. Cipla and Aurobindo Pharma, I have a great respect for these companies, and the quality systems incorporated in both of these companies are really good. There could be a possibility once in a case where there is an issue with respect to one of the manufacturing locations and all. If you consider Cipla, see, nobody was expecting a official action initiated with respect to Cipla manufacturing facilities. There were 38-page 483 observations considering all the 10 manufacturing locations, but most of the observations in each locations are similar. But however, they have not taken the necessary steps with respect to cleaning of the ducts in the air handling units and all with respect to Cipla, which definitely they can do it, and they can come back to clear this official action initiated in a very short period of time. If you consider the Aurobindo Pharma Unit 7 already they have cleared it, and they have got the EIR also for the Unit 7, as well as if you consider Unit 4, they have got the EIR cleared, but within next 2 days they rescinded the issued EIR. See, that is with respect to Aurobindo Pharma. There could be a mistake from FDA part also with respect to issuing of EIR when the corrective and preventive actions are ongoing, or it is still pending or something like that. So in that case also they will get a chance. It is not that rescinding a issued EIR, it does not mean it is end of it. The company will get sufficient time to respond to those things and answer those CAPAs, or they would have definitely given the certain dates for the corrective and preventive actions. So those particular dates have to be met, and those corrective and preventive actions data has to be submitted to USFDA, and then again their EIR can be reissued. So there are various examples with respect to the resending of a letter from USFDA. So I don't think pharma with respect to India also is not a problem at this moment of time. It will come back in a very short period of time.
Okay, fair enough. Amit, let's get you in on this as well. Well, how do you explain the flip-flop? And, what is your reading in the last couple of cases that we've seen? Is this a case of perhaps, the CAPA has been submitted, the USFDA takes a call on that, and then there's another decision with regards to VAI, OAI status? I mean, what's really going on here?
Yeah, good morning. See, especially if you look from the recent 483s and the site status that has been decided by the FDA, whether it's Cipla or Aurobindo and Cadila Healthcare a month back, see, it reiterates the fact that we have been discussing on it now, that it's a very sorry state of affairs for manufacturing of sterile injectable products in India. And, it is very clear from all the inspections that's happening on the sterile part is that India, as of now, does not have the capability to produce a GMP injectable product. Let's be practical about it. Let's accept this. Number one. Number two, we did discuss that 2020 is going to be the worst for Indian pharma, not only because there are corona issues going on and there's more FDA scrutiny, because 90% of injectable units that were supplying to US have stopped commercial supplies. The FDA I have either put them on the warning letter or they are under VAI, which includes the Gurudatta of Dr. Reddy's. So, the injectable products are not getting exported to the regulated market. That brings down the whole revenue down for the company, and that's why you will see the play out in numbers of 2020. In terms of oral dosage form, let me correct the previous panelist. Unit 7 has not got a clean sheet from Aurobindo. Unit 7 has got an OAI, and in 1.5 months' time, you'll see FDA giving them a warning letter.
Okay, fair enough. Gurudatta, what was the reading from the Form 483? Do you think a re-inspection will be needed before any clearance? Is that what we're going to be watching out for next?
Now, whenever the FDA issues the 483 observations, it does not mean that they will have to come again for an audit for giving the EIR. If at all they issue a voluntary action initiated, in such cases also FDA might come back for a re-inspection. FDA has issued official action initiated. In that case also they will come back. They can come back for a re-inspection. Of course, whenever there is a warning letter issued, definitely they will come back for a re-inspection. But just for 483 observations, they will not come back for the re-inspection.
And Amit, do you think news flow on USFDA indicates that norms are now getting more stringent and that Indian companies will need to perhaps spend more time and money on this?
No. Again, for the benefit of viewers, I'm telling you, the FDA guidelines have not changed since 1990s. The scrutinies have improved only because we have been filing more number of ANDAs. FDA has not raised its bar at all. Please also understand that the whole story of Indian company faltering on the GMP part actually started with injectable manufacturing, and that's a very newer thing for Indian companies. We do not have the competency to evolve good aseptic practices, and this is precisely why it appeared to you that FDA is raising the bar. FDA was okay with the oral capability of India. It has been still okay with the oral capability of India, except for the data entity part, which ran for last 2-3 years. Let me tell you the way FDA works out. I mean, let me give an example of Aurobindo Pharma. Now, 3 of their plants of API are under warning letter. Unit 7, another formulation plant, is an OI, so this expecting a warning letter. Unit 4, you know what's happening to the streets. One day, the news came that they have got a VAI. The other day, they have rescinded it. The problem is that when you are a corporate company and 50% or 60% of your facilities are focused on the US market, then FDA actually raises the bar internally anyway, because see, your products have more exposure to the US market, and that is where what FDA was taking it easily or leaving them by giving them 483 minor 483s, and they are not taking that stand now. So FDA has not raised the bar. It's that injectable we are faltering time and again, and look at the impending shame. I mean, not a single Indian big pharma in India have got their injectable facility with an NAI. I mean, if this is the state of affairs of an injectable medicine facility, then we really have to relook at our injectable business.
All right, we'll leave it there, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining us.